ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to the Honest Truth Seekers Live podcast. I know people hate the ear bombs in the very beginning, but look, check it out. We got a great podcast. I'm back from vacation. It's good to see you again. How are you doing tonight? You're probably either A, upset at me, or B, you're like, what the heck's going on, right? Like, what the heck's going on? You know what I just realized, y'all? I just realized that I didn't even email any of these notes to myself at all. So what I'm gonna go ahead and do for 1 second is something that I haven't ever done. But before I get my notes off of my notepad right here that's in front of me acting as my webcam, we're gonna go ahead and do the National Day of the Day today. That's right, ladies and gentlemen. You know, we got to start off right. National Day of the Day and the holidays and things like that. All right, I know everybody, first and foremost, relax, calm down, all right? We're gonna figure this all out together. It's National Porridge Day. I want you to know that. It's also Estonia Victory Day. It's National Day of Luxembourg. Shout out to all my Luxembourgians that are watching. There might be somebody watching. I need to look at the analytics. No Facebook this time, huh? Gotta be smarter than that. National Hydration Day. National Pecan Sandies Day. National Pink Day. Shout out to the color pink. I got a pink hoodie. I got a pink sweater right here. All right. I'm repping. I got this in Cali. It's fresh, man. Actually, it says it was made in Cali, too. It says San Francisco Cal on it. It's pretty dope. Y'all have seen me wear it before. All right. National Pink Day. I'm there. National Typewriter Day. National Porridge Day. National Engineering Day. It's Brad Wassey's birthday today. Who the hell is that? All right. Everybody, first and foremost, as Ty City says, the Logic Sphere, relax. You know I had to get the perfect angle for you to see my arm. It looks like it's big, huh? It's not. All right. Check it out, okay? I know this is going to be a little angering to people. I'm not here to stir feathers. I just want to say all the information here is alleged. It has not been officially confirmed by news outlets or anything like that. However, I will go on to say that the information that you're going to hear tonight is pretty accurate. Why is it pretty accurate? Because it's from the person's mouth who said it herself. It's Cynthia G saying this. There's a couple videos that are online right now still, and one of these videos is 3 years old. I know y'all think this is all about the money, this, and that. Trust me, it's not. But thankfully, I have people that support me either way. So regardless of whether or not you decide to donate, there will be other people that donate. So shout out to them and the people that donate offline that care about the message. In some worlds, some lands, it's called FU money, right? When you can kind of just live and do what you want, irrespective of how people think and feel about you. It's kind of like the FU money. Now, typically, that's not until you have like $1 million in the bank, where you can like quit any job or tell the boss FU, or tell anybody FU for that matter. You can even tell a police officer if you got $1 million in the bank FU. You'd be good to go, right? But check it out. I understand. Let's watch a bit more. I have some. Before we get hot and heavy, I want to lighten the mood. All right? Check this out. For our elders out there, we have now classes to learn how to operate iPhones. These classes are to learn how to operate iPhones for the elderly people who feel like they're just kind of getting left behind a little bit. I thought this was a really nice, really adorable, really cool, and it's good to see the older generation finally starting to catch up on the new technology, the trendy tech. Listen, I don't know if you caught it in the news, but Senate, for the first time in 30 years, has passed a bipartisan gun deal for the first time in 3 decades. Truth, what does bipartisan mean? Don't worry, I got you. Bipartisan means that both Democrats and Republicans actually agree that there need to be something done. There's audio. We'll listen for a brief second, then we're going to go ahead and read what the deal pretty much says. We're not going to listen to the audio because, of course, there's an ad on everything now in this world online. So there's ads all over this damn site, but it pretty much, they said they passed the Act 65-33. It's called Bipartisan Safety, Safer Communities, Thursday night after nearly 2 months of passionate floor debates. Obviously, the latest tragedy probably had a lot to deal with it. What is exactly in that package, I'm not sure. We're not here to really talk about all of that. If you want to see something that's also enlightening, last news story of the night before we get into it. This guy was banned from the
right before fake clay.
Banned from the stadium for acting like a basketball player. So if you're watching right now, this guy's shooting, and he looks like he's Klay Thompson. He's definitely not. But he's in the L.A. I don't know how he got this. He's in the L.A. basketball stadium. He's in the Warriors stadium, and he looks like a player. He's tall, and he's literally shooting on the floor right now. And so it costs $10K to, I guess, get there early or to get tickets early enough to get to the game and actually do this. Our floor tickets or walk the floor. I guess that costs $10,000. So Big Dawes TV has the cash. Shout out to Big Dawes. And he decided that it was worth it, man. So he was shooting on the floor, and he got banned for life. For life, NBA? Yeah, that's a big security hazard right there. If that guy can do that on the NBA, he could probably do some damage if he was a crazed fan, all right? All right. Cynthia G, right? Oh, yeah, that's what I had to do. I had to get the notes. Oh, here's what I have to do. I have to email myself the notes. So this is what we're going to do for a brief second, okay? I'm just going to play you a video, right? Get these notes, and then we'll hop right on into it, okay? So this video is from Stephanie Love. Shout out to Stephanie Love. Now, this is from January 30th, 2019. It's called Cynthia G Speaks on Her Pregnancy with Robert Perkins. All right? Stephanie Love's description says, I honestly believe all children are gifts, and there's nothing wrong with two responsible, financially stable adults choosing to have a child, whether they're married or not. What do y'all think about that? You think it's perfectly fine to have a child with somebody if you're financially responsible? Let's ask in the poll. That'll be our first question. Is it okay to have a child with someone if both parents are financially responsible? All right. I spelled responsible wrong. There we go. Yes or no. I'll be back. Watch this video. We'll get into it. And I'll open up the panel as well. All right. Why is music on everything? Jesus.
People are not generally in this generation. They're not really going around. They're having casual sex, and that's why diseases are high, because they're having casual sex unprotected. They're acting like they don't know that somebody can get pregnant. No one in the industry has done that. What she's ultimately doing is she's putting out some text messaging, and granted, the things that are in the messages I did say, I would never go back on the stuff that I said. As a grown woman, I have no problem in.
All right. I just want to stop it here for a second. I don't know what messages she's speaking about, but I'm playing all this kind of leading up to the point because it is crucial to what she eventually says in the next 20 seconds or so. And then we'll keep on listening on. Now, once again, yes, this is from 2019. I understand that. But we're talking about this before we talk about the important subject matter at hand, which is, of course, something along the lines of, as you guessed it, content creators not necessarily living up to exactly what they speak about. And also, is there another reason why Cynthia G is Cynthia G of today? For those of you who don't know, you might not understand what I'm talking about. I'm trying to put the phone up. 10 seconds. 5 seconds. 4, 3, 2. All right. This is bad podcasting. Voice is getting a little deeper. Happy about that. Natural talking so damn much. How's the camera look? We looking okay? Let me look at the camera. Cynthia G, of course, I'm not going to play these clips either, but she started off doing, pretty much severe, extreme anti-white rhetoric, right? Now, I don't hold anybody or bar anybody back for their initial rhetoric, because obviously, as you know, my initial rhetoric was different. And I believe that it's good that people can finally start to see and understand life and light in different situations and things of that nature, right? I do think that that's good. Let's see. All right, are these all the freaking notes that I have? All right, here we go. So we're going to go back to this video and keep watching this. I'm trash, y'all. You know I am. I'll open up the panel. I'm going to open up the Zoom in 15 minutes. I'll open up the Zoom in 15 minutes. All right. And if you have some kind of information that I just don't know about, all I'm doing right now is just listening to what Cynthia has said and what other people have said. But I'm listening straight from what she said. All right. That's the research that I've done. Whether or not y'all care about this it really does matter. Y'all saying, oh, you're trying to make money off of her name. You're trying to do this. You're trying to do that. No, we're trying to tell the truth. All right. We're trying to be honest. We're trying to be transparent. Y'all love for one side to get bashed their heads in, but you don't like for the truth to be revealed about yourselves or your own leaders. That's not right. And you know it's not right, but it doesn't play into your narrative. So you're going to try and make it out to seem like I'm out to do it for money. I'm not out to do it for money, because if I was out to do it for money, I'd stick to one side, which is how you generate the most money, by generating and making loyal, radicalized fans like you right now, who's trying to tell me not to speak a message that is ultimately truthful and that was spoken by the same person that you're following, right? But that contradicts the message that she speaks today. Right. That's a negative. And the messages will continue, because we're going to be talking about divest for another 2 or 3 months. So you can strap right on in, continue to enjoy your notifications. All right. I have another question for y'all. Have you ever hidden your children from your dating prospects? Have you ever hidden your children from your dating prospects? And if you can, in the chat right now, we have another live poll. Have you ever hidden your children from the first live poll? Is it okay to have a child with somebody if both parents are responsible financially? Out of 13 votes, we had 71% say yes, it is okay. 29% said no. We had another vote at the end right there. This is the second question. I'll put it up. Have you ever hidden your your children from your dating prospects? Be honest. You don't have to say who you are when you answer these questions. I don't see what the answers or who answers what or how the answers come in. I don't have any access to that information, so you're okay there. I simply want to just kind of get an idea before a lot of different narratives start to be made upon what happened and all the different types of stuff. I want to go ahead and address it right from the start so we know what we're talking about when we discuss the matter at hand, right? Let us continue.
To stuff that I said. I said some things out of anger during a certain time. And so what's going on is this is being framed in a certain
Who is calling the phone?
Way to be.
Whoever is calling the phone, I hate you. And don't call again. Unless you donate, then you can call again. Unless it's a serious call, then I'll pick up again. If it's a serious call, call me again.
Basically say that I met a man, Rob, and within 3 months I chose to go get pregnant by him. This is what is being said.
All right. Hold on. Hang on. All right. So this is if you're just new to the YouTube streets, if you just think I'm trying to do this for money, there's a much deeper reason. If you don't know who I am, but this is going to be happening for a long time now at this point, right? I'm talking about the other side of the fence and things that we don't like to talk about. Now, she's talking about this Robert Perkins guy. I have no idea. I had no idea who Robert Perkins was. I still don't really know who Robert Perkins is, if I'm being quite frank and honest with you. But I do know that Cynthia G and Robert Perkins had something that was very public of something that was going on for a while. Now, Red Supreme, guys like Red Supreme, DOD, Grandmaster Troll, who else? Y'all put the other guys who have been Uncle Shug. All these YouTubers have been like extremely deep in finding out so much information about this situation. Obviously, the Woman's Sphere just did a live stream earlier talking about Cynthia G and him being with Robert Perkins, that is, being with another gal, which is this gal right here. Which I don't know if she's going to be baby mother allegedly number 6 or number 7, but it's alleged that Robert Perkins, the man that you see here, has 5 or 6, allegedly, including Cynthia G, baby mothers. Now, I'm saying allegedly simply, obviously, because we have to legally say that, and this hasn't been once again confirmed or denied by the person herself. And so there is some amount of potential, right, that could be had if someone was to try and take this in a very negative way, right? But ultimately, the reality of the situation is that if we just go right back to the video we're going to go back to in 1 second, which is this video here, it's pretty clear and concise what the situation is going on.
Now, the thing of it is that this is not the case because, like I said, this person does not even know if I am currently pregnant because I have not spoken to her.
Ladies and gentlemen, I've never been pregnant before, okay? But it's under my understanding, just the basic motherly psychology, that if I wasn't pregnant, I would simply say I'm not pregnant. Am I wrong there? Am I thinking about that from a money-making, misogynistic point of view? That's a very interesting worded answer. Let's rewind that again. This woman is accusing, of course, once again, Cynthia of being pregnant, but she's saying, well, how do you know I'm pregnant? Because you don't know me. Well, the simpler answer would have, in my opinion, would have been to say I'm not pregnant. Right? Kind of get right to the chase. Right? Now, if you don't care about any of this, then, of course, you can click off. But If we have any moderators, feel free to moderate as you like to. I don't know what the numbers are. I'm not looking at the live chat right now, but I'll look at it in a second. Oh, I'll open up the chat room. Give me like another 15 minutes, I promise.
Goes to go get pregnant by him. This is what is being said. Now, the thing of it is that this is not the case because, like I said, this person does not even know if I am currently pregnant because I have not spoken to her in a while. So she wouldn't know. She wouldn't be able to validate if I was still pregnant or not. She would not be.
If I was still pregnant or not? All right, allegedly.
Shoot, stop trying to make money off of the damn. I'm trying to make money.
This
You trying to just be lying.
Y'all kill me because y'all lie to yourselves. Like, start being honest with yourselves. Life will be better. I promise you. My life has been... I just got back from vacation, yo. My life has been amazing. A complete 180 from 2 years ago, I'll tell you that. Let me put on my... what are these? These aren't really, but I like them, though. Let me put on my little... I'm going to get flamed for flexing these. They're going to be like, niggas flexing Armani. I'll put on my Armanis. Let me put on my second pair of Armanis. Let me get my... Nah, let me chill. Let me chill. Let me chill for a second. Why is it so important, Truth? Why is it so important? Why is it so important, Truth? Why is it so important? Why are you hating? Why are you hating, Truth? You're just hating on Cynthia G. Okay, even if she does have a child. Who cares if Cynthia G has a child, Truth? It doesn't matter. No, it matters a lot. The person that's talking about aborting male children having a child by a black male. Hello. Are we talking on the same planet here, people? Some of y'all need to be grabbed back to life, back to reality, back to life, back to reality. I'm serious, though. Like, some of y'all need to be, like, brought back down to earth, right? She just said whether or not I'm still pregnant. Everybody knows, most people know, and it's pretty much common information if you've been in this section of YouTube for any amount of time that you've been, that's allegedly, once again, there is. 23 votes. Have you ever hidden your children from your dating prospects? 70% of y'all said no. 30% said yes. Thank you for your honesty. I appreciate that. This is a pretty perplexing video when I was watching it because it's wild to me. It's wild to me. Cynthia G stated at one point that she's an extreme supporter of black men. Now, this might have been around the time when she was actually with Robert Perkins, allegedly, right? This might have been around the same time that she was with this guy, that she was doing the thing and everything like that and whatever it might be, and she was looking to date him and yada, 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 and yada, 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 right? So it might have been around that time. Things happen and things happen. Well, apparently things didn't work out, allegedly. Like the Women's Fear podcast said. Right? Things didn't work out. Things don't work out. Sometimes they don't work out. So what it seems like to me when I listen to Cynthia G, she's got a personality that's what I would say, let me be careful. Cynthia's got a very aggro personality. Jesus, flame me. She's got a very aggro personality, right? She's not aggressive. She's aggro. Aggro is somebody that's like intense. They're not necessarily aggressive because they're trying to be aggressive, but they're just intense, right? And they're just kind of a little bit more intense than everybody else. But that's what makes Cynthia really good at what she does, because she is very intense in what she believes, and she's very smart, right? So smart in fact that Fox Soul decided to invest in her and the message that she speaks and what she stands behind, right? Even so far as to going on and saying, yes, abort black male babies.
All right.
This video was done by Woke Progressive 2.0, October 8th, 2021. right? Now in this video, I'm sure at some point she goes on to say the infamous, whatever it might be.
Because women.
We've all heard it before. We don't necessarily need to hear that right now. That's one of the ideologies of Cynthia G, abort black male babies. Now, somebody that is that passionate or would say something like that, and this is what Red Supreme was talking about earlier today, and I think he's very right. He had a good message on that. And it's that if one can get to the point to where they can start to normalize or rationalize the murder of the child upon finding out the sex of the child, because in order to know it's a male, you have to wait a certain amount of time for the genitalia to be provided. And so at that point, I assume that there's heartbeat, there's this, there's that, and there's this. And so at that point, to specifically decide to kill or to mutilate or to destroy a child's life and soul, essentially, for the simple fact that they have male genitalia, or upon finding out that they're developing as a male inside of your womb, is a very, very, very insidious, the best way I can say that, type of ideology to live by. So what would drive somebody to go to that type of place? Well, typically people get to that type of place under a few different levels of either trauma, lack of love, or violence, right? Most of the time it's a combination of all three, right? This is why we often see people who do very crazy things, and we hear their backgrounds, and it's like, oh, wow, it makes sense. We kind of knew he was crazy, right? They said that about a very recent horrific tragedy, right? Which still doesn't make any sense, how this 18-year-old was able to get $10,000 worth of AARs and all kinds of stuff. Crazy situation. But it seems like the message changed so rapidly quickly from defending, right? There's an ant on my freaking wire right here. From defending black men to now killing the black boys and the black children in a matter of 2.5 years, as a matter of fact. The message changed. So what could have happened so viciously horrible? To my knowledge and to my research, nobody, there was no lack of, or there was no loss of anybody or anything that was close immediately to Cynthia G to make one immediately just go to that level of stress and detachment from black men, that level of anger from black men. There was nothing that happened on a violent forefront that I've seen. There was nothing confrontational that I've seen. I saw that she posted a picture of a gun at one point. I think almost like a year ago, she posted a picture of a gun saying, if anybody tries me, it was like I think it was a picture of, I forget what she had. I think it was a Springfield or a Taurus or something like that. I saw that she had posted a picture of a gun. I went to like a Wayback Machine on YouTube just to do research and try to figure out, just to see like the kind of, whatever it might be. And so, but I saw that was just people that were just kind of attack, just talking to her, talking about her. It was both men and women. So I was like, okay, whatever. Right. So, but there was nothing like immediately that would have been like, oh, this was the catalyst, except for this Robert Perkins situation. Now, from what I've been told and from what I've heard, everything on this entire thing, this is how this Robert Perkins situation allegedly went. Cynthia G and Robert Perkins were talking at one point. I'll open up the panel in 10 minutes. After a while, she drove from like one side of the country to the other side of the country to try and date him under the guise and knowing of who he was. Now, it's understood, and from what I understood, most people knew that Robert Perkins was somewhat of a player guy and that he had multiple baby mothers. I think he was at 4 allegedly or 5 at that point. Maybe he's at 3. I don't know. But it's been confirmed that he has multiple baby mothers. Right. So at that point, we'll once again say that Cynthia was on one side of the fence. Things didn't go right. Things continued to not go right. I think that the relationship eventually actually played off online, which is why we were looking and listening to this video here of her just saying she doesn't know whether or not I was still pregnant. If you're just now joining, we'll listen once again.
That this is not the case, because like I said, this person does not even know if I am currently pregnant, because I have not spoken to her in a while. So she wouldn't know. She wouldn't be able to validate if I was still pregnant.
Or not. You see, so Cynthia's smart, but obviously when you're talking about things that are as emotionally charged as a child, your brain's gonna naturally, right, respond a certain way. But even if she didn't say that, I'm saying that my message would still be the same. It'd be painfully obvious that she's dancing around the question. Now, You can still say that that's not important, but let's continue.
Or not, she would not be able to do that because, again, I have not spoken to her. But I would not lie and say the text messages and the stuff that she's showing is not true, because it is. And those things that are things that I've said, I said them in a certain context. That context.
All right. So we're going to stop here. Just for a second. We're going to stop here just for a second. All right. Why is it important? If you ask me, Cynthia G sounds like she is immensely hurt by Robert Perkins. The devolvement, the diving into the madness of anti-black rhetoric was gaslighted pretty viciously by the situation from what I've seen, from what I've heard. It was a pretty messed up situation. And it was messed up because at that time, Cynthia G was protecting, or she was more on the side of the fence of protecting black men. Right? So understand what I'm talking about. This kind of thing has happened with other content creators, with the same people that you were like kind of fighting for or standing alongside with or fighting to protect. Remember, Cynthia G was a black male apologist admitted by her, not by me. This is what she said. Okay? Relax. Things didn't go right with one of the guys who was one of the largest content creators in the woke black male Hotep Jesus movement, Mr. Robert Perkins. Right? Things didn't work out. Well, whenever you have people that you thought had your back and you had their back and things don't work out and stuff gets to going crazy, it's like, dang, you did me like that? Like you really did me like that. Like, but on top of it, you're talking about a situation. I'm trying to get my hair. You know this damn hair. I swear to God. So, but on top of that, you're talking about throwing the stresses of a child into the mix, yo. And you being embarrassed by being allegedly baby mother number 6? What? What person would that not make snap? Think about that. Cynthia G was a black male apologist who got pregnant by a black male who she was apologizing for, who ended up not wanting anything to do with her, saying that literally online, allegedly. I'll say allegedly. The video clips are out there. I don't have all the video clips, but just go look for them. I can't bring you everything, but just trust me. If I'm saying it, it's probably true. Didn't want anything to do with her. It was very embarrassing. How could Cynthia even still participate in those same types of conversations that she was having? Now, Red Supreme, and I've heard other people say, oh, it's because her channels got banned, and it's because like the white man was like banning her channels, everything like that, because she was talking about, bad about white men and stuff like that. I don't know. I'm not sure what exactly. I have no idea. I know that when she was first starting, like everybody said, she had big supporters, right? She had big supporters. She was working with big YouTubers when she first started, and she's working with Fox Soul right now. So she's always been in the realms of bigger content creators. That hasn't been her problem, networking and mingling and getting to places to grow her audience, right? So that's not a problem at all. So it's not like she had to necessarily... It's not that she couldn't necessarily have even stayed with that message of the black male apologist type of stuff if she wanted to. But I mean, if you look at the situation and everything that it could have really costed her at the end of the day, which it was somewhat of her mental sanity, which is why you say things like kill black, black male children, right? If you're saying killing, and Red Supreme said this as well, or somebody on his panel said this. If guys started saying kill black female babies, like kill black little girls, kill black girl babies. I shouldn't have said black females. Kill black little girl babies. Like, bruh. What? Like, SWAT would kick down niggas' doors, bro. Seriously. Like, seriously, though. If guys in the manosphere started walking around saying we need to start killing black girl and aborting little black girl babies. So the other side to this is that there are a ton of women that watch Cynthia G that have black sons. I don't understand y'all. I'm sorry. I just don't understand. You can call me a pander. You can say whatever you want. I don't know. I don't care anymore. I do not care. Y'all have black sons. What are y'all talking about? I know that you can't be down with that. Now, maybe he's really horrible, and you do back that message. Maybe you do think that, man, you know what? I should have just went ahead and did it. Maybe you do. Maybe he's just that bad. I don't know. I don't want to say that. So forgive me if he's that bad. I'm sorry. He might be. I don't know. Right? Shout out to Organic Black, the best mod on YouTube. Period. Don't misconstrue it. Maybe he is that bad of a son. I don't know. But I know that a good amount. How do I know that? Because 80% of guys have children by age 30, 40. What do we say? What did we say on my live stream a year ago? 80% of black guys have children. 81% of black guys have children by age 40. Well, that's got to leave at least a good 70% of the women out there by 40 that have children. And if the population is split 50-50, come on, guys. All right. All right. Everybody come a little closer. All right. It's time to get real, okay? Are we ready to be honest with ourselves? You ready to be honest now? This is the Truth Seekers Live podcast. I want to thank you for joining us. We're going to go ahead and open up the Zoom panel. Maybe I've got everything wrong. Maybe you don't care if Cynthia has a child. Maybe you're like, why does it matter? Why does it matter? Well, it matters because one person's personal life afflictions at this point potentially have the ability to change hundreds of thousands of other people's lives. Because the way I look at it, you can say this is right, you can say this is wrong. Cynthia G is the type of person to not let things go very easily. Would you agree or would you disagree? Let me know in the chat. Would you agree with or disagree? I think most of us could. Hey, I'll say this: you don't want to get on Cynthia's bad side. You don't want to get on Nyla and Taz's bad side. You don't want to get on Woman's Fear's bad side. Now, Cynthia's chilled because she's got a lot more going on. Cynthia's trying to elevate, right? But Cynthia, you said a lot of effed up stuff that's going to haunt you for the rest of your career. That abort black male babies is going to F you over. You're going to stay right on YouTube with most of us, right? You're not going to be able to go mainstream with the abort black male babies shit. Sorry. That's just the reality and the honest truth. You might have been able to like really get into it deep, but no major news station can stand behind that. You understand that? No major anybody can stand behind that. No black mother, not a lot of black mothers with black sons can't stand behind that. Other races of people might not care. I don't know. Oh, here's the invite to the Zoom. The Zoom is up and running. You can join if you want to. Hold on. It says return to meeting. Okay, participants, invite, copy invitation. I've learned. The passcode is now in the invitation. This is the honest truth. I've heard women say it does bother me when she says abort black male children. Now, yes, maybe she doesn't say it all the time. AC says, but you got your content from Women's Sphere. Absolutely, I got some of the content today from Women's Sphere. You are dang straight. Go watch Women's Sphere, the Women's Sphere podcast. I just said I got content from Women's Sphere, AC. Well, what the do you want from me, nigga? Or I'm sorry, if you're a lady dear, I'm sorry. If you're not, I'm sorry. I really am sorry. Please, y'all, don't say I'm Taz. I don't know if AC doesn't sound like a lady's name. Woman's Sphere was live today. If you don't know how to spell her, if you don't know her name, that's the Woman's Sphere. The Woman's Sphere podcast. I'll even put her links up. Okay? I don't want to hear nothing about me trying to steal anybody's content. All right? I don't want none of that. I replaced the pin message. Well, I can't replace the pin message, but there's her channel, okay? All right, now AC, shut up. Okay? Just shut up. Now I'll ban you myself, AC. I almost made you a moderator. There you go. There you go. Now you're banned. Now you can't say anything. If it wasn't for Women's Sphere, I wouldn't be doing this podcast. Nah, I might not be. You might be kind of right about that. I'll be quite frankly honest with you. You'd be quite frankly honest with that. But I still plan on doing Divest, so hey, you're going to have to roll with it, okay? You're going to have to roll with it and just take the podcast as you will, okay? If you're not enjoying it, then leave. So, I know that, everybody's talking about the Cynthia and the pictures and everything like that. And, the Woman's Sphere, she was talking about that a little bit. And I'm neither here nor there really on that. Hey, it's interesting. We all have a past, right? We've all done things in the past. I've done things, right? So I don't want to just, whatever it might be. You know what I mean? But when it comes down to the modern, to the current, and this is why I want to talk about this. This is what I'm talking about today. So, AC, I'm not talking about Cynthia's pictures. Okay? I'm talking about something that's actually modern and relevant today because it's modern times that Cynthia talks the type of talk that she talks now. And I want to talk about the reason why she does that. All right? And this is why. And also, if you end up joining Zoom, just say something because I won't be able to hear you. Now, this is why this is important, and this is something that no content creator has said, AC, so here you go. It's important because the same reason that Taz and Nyla were able to make it to so let me say something. Let me show you something really quickly. All right? Listen to this.
Find him by alleged man.
She's talking about Robert Perkins right here, right? The alleged baby father, the guy who made her alleged baby father 5, baby mother number 6, whatever.
Where obviously I did talk about some conversations that we had, and I did say that we had a conversation about that, and that's because I met him and spoke to him and learned that he was a very intelligent man. I liked his character. I still like his character. That's just a reality of what it is. I do not quantify him by the amount of children he has or the amount of women that he have them by.
All right. So Cynthia G there is talking about the amount of women that Robert Perkins allegedly has, right? This is why this is important. Okay. What you see is excusing of bullshit behavior. You're seeing Cynthia try to excuse the alleged pregnancy and her becoming baby mother number 6 by saying it's not important by how many baby mothers he has, right? Of course, it wouldn't be important for you, Cynthia G, to classify being a baby mother number 6 as being important because you are the one that we're talking about in that case of the matter of importance. So, yeah, you'd not like to be in the hot seat in that particular moment in time, but most people in the world would see that in a negative light, being number 6, right? They would see that in a negative light. Most of y'all would see that in a negative light. You can choose to accept it or you can choose not to accept it. You can keep lying to yourself. I don't care. Right? It's not a good look. Now, she's trying to excuse this in the same way that she tries to excuse her not knowing anything about Nyla and Taz. As if it's just another beautiful day, right? Just another beautiful day out shaking hands, meeting leaders. Just another beautiful day. Everything's A-okay on this side of the fence. And then when you end up looking at the treaties that have been exchanged and negotiations behind the room, you find out that there's like $30 billion missing, and you're like, what the hell's going on? The same way that she's excusing this entire Robert Perkins situation and trying to take the light off her, because there were a lot of people attacking her for this situation. There are a lot of people talking about the situation. I'm sure I got it all wrong too. So I'm sure I got some of it wrong. Not gonna lie, I'm sure I got some of it wrong. But the general gist, for the most part, I'm gonna give it 75% bombs. I'm about 75 to 80% right on this. 20%, it's a little shaky. The timing is probably gonna be a little shaky. Not gonna lie. What side of the fence she was falling on? A little shaky. Not gonna lie. All right. But that same reason that Taz and Nyla were able to make a living off of protecting black women, whilst both of them ruining the lives of nobody but black women for 3 years, is the same thing that Cynthia is trying to do with the Robert Perkins situation, which is to excuse bullshit under the guise of, I don't know, I guess being a better person, under the guise of BWE. Why are you trying to normalize a potential or talking about a relationship with a guy who is known for having multiple women? Why are you trying to normalize that conversation? That's not a conversation that you want to try and normalize, I don't think, unless you want to normalize women going after guys who have multiple women. Or am I wrong? But he's a good guy though, right? I don't know. Well, let's listen. She said he's a good guy.
Just a reality of what it is. I do not quantify him by the amount of children he have or the amount of women that he have them by, because quite frankly, he is the most active father I've ever seen in my life. I've never met a man who was more, I've never met one who was more active or involved. I never met one who would do anything to make sure he's there to support his children. That's just the reality of what it is.
Cynthia G is defending a man that has has 5 baby mothers. Okay. This is Cynthia saying this, y'all. This is Cynthia saying this. This isn't me. Hey, if he's got 5 or 6 or 12, 24 baby mamas and he's a great... Okay, what's the next question? How many baby mamas is too many to be a good father? That's my next question here. Poll question. How many baby mamas... Let's see. How many baby mamas... Did I spell that right? That's so disrespectful. Jesus Christ. I'm going to get flamed for this. How many mothers of children... I'm going to get it. That I'm going to get definitely flamed for. And I kind of deserve it for that. I'm only saying it because baby mama is the term that everybody says, but it's just, when I say it, it sounds hella disrespectful. I'm not going to lie. So how many mothers... This just sounds mad disrespectful. I lost like 100 subs. How many mothers of children... Max, come on, X button. Okay, well, we're not going to put max. How many more children is too many to be a good father to all? All right. Oh, I didn't even give the dang options here. I need to end the poll. Hold on. I did the poll wrong. All right, just put it in the chat. If you're listening right now, how many is it? 1, 2, 3, 4. How many families can you have with, we'll just say, one child in each family before you're spread too thin as a father? Or are they all living in the same house? Were they living in the same house? Can somebody tell me about the Robert Perkins situation? Thank you.
And so if people are quantifying somebody being a dusty beta male based on how many children they can have with how many people, then they're going to call them a dusty beta male.
Wait a second. Okay, so she's talking about dusty beta male. She was already on this dusty beta male thing then in 2019. Okay, so this changes things like immensely. She was already talking about dusty beta males. And she just said, this ant is serious, dude. It just jumped. It's big. She just said, I think I'm going to let it survive. She just said, we're trying to quantify. Okay. This is crazy. She's trying to say that Robert Perkins, who has 5 or 6 baby mothers, allegedly, is not dusty because why?
There to support his children. That's just the reality of what it is. And so if people are quantifying somebody being a dusty beta male based on how many children they can have with how many people, then they're going to call him a dusty beta male because they don't care about anything. They care about the fact that this man has children by more than one woman. So that's why they're quantifying him as a dusty beta male. I don't think he's a dusty beta male. I never saw him as a dusty beta male. Again, like I said, this is a hardworking man who does whatever it takes for his children. Since I've been talking to him, has he inspired me to make personal changes? Absolutely. That's just the reality of what it is.
She's talking about the relationship she had with them. A personal relationship with a guy that has 5 baby mothers is going to be the leading movement of divestors? What is... Hey, y'all got it, man. Y'all got it. Y'all got it. Bruh, what are we talking about, bro? What are we talking about, bro? Y'all are crazy, dude. I had to go get right. All right, I'm back. Had to go get right. Hey, listen, our webcam drop counter is at 0. I forgot to say that little webcam crash counter is for when the webcam falls down. My phone falls down from pulling the charging cord. It's at 0 right now. And so in the beginning of every live stream, we're going to have somebody guess it right. And if you guess it right, then you'll get a $10 cash app at the end of the show. But I didn't have anybody start in the very beginning, and we haven't had any crashes yet. So we're going to start that on the next live stream, $10 cash app giveaways for the webcam crash counter. But it's the first person that guesses how many times it crashes, all right? Usually it's like once or twice, all right? It crashed 3 times one time. So a safe bet is 0. But when I say webcam crash counters, who the first person to do it, they get it, all right? Cash app. So anyways, going forward, what are we talking about here? Jesus Christ almighty. A man with 5 or 6 is... My thing, though, is where is the research? What are you talking about? Where's the research, Panda Dex? The research is right in front of you. What do you mean, what am I talking about? You're listening to the damn video of what I'm talking about. Hush. Summer Tea Sweet, please do something with the at Sweet Petite. What do y'all guess? Y'all, chill in the chat, y'all. Please. Yeah, Foxhole is not gonna be happening. No. Make more money than B-list brothers. No, you're right about that. Hey, you're right about that for sure. Hey, you're right. YouTubers doing great. YouTubers are doing great. Oh, Alpha Omega says she first turned against him when he didn't show up to her ultrasound. She got the same black man, but she was already Alpha Omega. Wasn't she already talking about like dusty black beta males and everything like that? She's talking about he's not a dusty black beta male right now. So in what world can y'all take anything that she says like, oh, my bad about the webcam, y'all. Hey, we'll count that. We'll count this as a webcam crash counter right here. All right. But just hang on. I know you can still hear me. But in what world would y'all like actually listen to that? You know what I mean? Hold on. I'm gonna put it back on the screenshot right now. How can we take anything that she says seriously, y'all? How can you take anything she says seriously? It's like worse than Nyla and Taz. I can't say that. Yeah, I take that back. I take that back. It's not worse than Nyla and Taz, but it's like almost. I think we got the camera. It's almost as bad. She's telling you to abort black male children while she's out sleeping with the nigga that's got 5 and 6 baby mamas. Huh? Huh? I'm sorry. Did you say abort my child? Why? You see, the problem with YouTube is that a lot of content creators don't understand how much power they really have. So imagine for 1 second this concept that a woman actually does abort her child because she heard a content creator tell her that the child, because she decided to sleep with a black guy who was irresponsible or whatever it might be, abort her child, or the child's father decided to lie and trick her, whatever the situation. She decided that it'd be better to abort her child because the content creator told her that it would be better to abort her child. But the content creator is saying that because she's upset and scorned about a personal relationship that she had. So now this personal relationship that she had with a guy that's been well known, potentially, allegedly, right? This could maybe, now she was talking about dusty beta male behavior before this, but she said he wasn't dusty. So maybe this didn't add to it at all. Maybe this was not even gasoline on the fire. Maybe she didn't care about this whatsoever. But the simple fact that she still did it is like, whoo. Okay, dusty black beta males, but you got with the dustiest black beta males, and then you invited the dustier of the dustiest black beta males, Taz, and his wife, Thrife, whatever she is, Nyla, into your platform for multiple years. Okay. All right. So she personally came out, said that she has no problem with the guy that has 5 or 6 baby mothers, but she's your leader. And you stand firm behind that. Good. I hope that you reap every ounce of successful rewards that leadership provides you. I truly do. To her credit, Sweet Petite says, she's always said she would never stop having sex with black men no matter what. Well, hey, you know what? I tell you what. Sweet Petite, I appreciate that. To her credit, she's never going to stop having sex with black men no matter what. I think that's good. Maybe that should be said a little bit more often, right after she says that she needs to abort the black male children. So, Cynthia, which one is it? Are you for aborting the black male children? Because if you're not going to stop having sex with black males no matter what, then you can't tell your audience to abort their children once they find out the sex of their child at 3 to 4 to 5 months in. How many months is it? Could you still abort a child after you find out the sex of it? Somebody let me know. Thank you. It seems like the better advice to me would be prevention, in my opinion, but that would be the better advice to give going forward, right? Now, I'm not going to get all touchy into that because I know, I'm crazy, but I'm not stupid. All right. Virgo says they kill each other every day, so yes, Virgo, yes. I don't know who you're talking about, Virgo. Sweet Petite says she says it on her lives very adamantly. Bringing clarity to confusion, says facts. I like that name, bringing clarity to confusion. Panda Deck says Cynthia G is a grifter. She started with pro-black and moved over to the black women empowerment space after being harassed by black men on YouTube. No black woman is going to send G for divestment content. What? I don't know about that. I think a lot of black women think Cynthia is a divested content creator. Y'all, and I've asked this before. We have somebody on Zoom. Thank you for whoever joined on Zoom. We have somebody on Zoom. I've asked this before, but okay, y'all don't claim anybody's a divested content creator. So who is a divested content creator? I mean, who is at this point? Like, nobody wants to be, apparently. It just kind of popped up. Yeah, we got Country Boy in the building, man. It's good to see you, Country Boy. What's your thoughts on all this on the Cynthia G situation, man?
Good evening, True. How's it going, man?
Hey, it's going good, bro. It's going really good. How's everything on your end?
Oh, everything's fine on this end.
Good, bro.
I just had a few technical glitches trying to work at this software, but
Okay, no problem.
I'm glad I kind of chimed in.
Hey, no problem, bro. I appreciate you working it all out, man. I appreciate you working it all out. You watch Cynthia G? Are you familiar with Cynthia G at all?
Oh yes, most definitely. I'm highly familiar of that lady.
Yeah, I hear you, man. So I know that you've heard everything here today. What do you think about, you know, the people that follow her, the ladies that follow her? And then I want to ask you a little bit about yourself, about your relationships and yourself. We don't have to get too into it, but what do you think about the ladies that follow Cynthia G?
My thing is maybe the ladies that follow her and listen to her maybe share some similar background, or maybe some of the similarities that she made experience dealing with some of us black dudes.
Okay.
And that's probably some of my observations true. You know, I don't think that lady really took a step back and just really mingled with higher echelon black men. Either how can I say it, somewhat decent, law-abiding citizen type of black men.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
If it's fair to say so.
Yeah. No, I think you're right. I mean, in the video, she goes on to say, I think the ant bit me. In the video, she goes on to say that she has no problem with him having 5 or 6, the Robert Perkins having 5 or 6 baby mothers, right? And she doesn't see that as dusty black male behavior. So it's like she was kind of, you know, being an apologist for the dusty, you know, behavior at the time, is what it sounds like to me, because she really liked the guy, right? And that's what we see. That's what we see in a lot of situations. You know, we can't help who we like sometimes, and it might not be the best relationship, but for you to kind of go out as far as she did with that, you know, it was just really interesting. But I also want to say one thing. As a black man, I don't know if you're a father or not, but how does it make you feel when you hear those words? Or how did you come to hear about the no abortion thing? Or did you know that she even said that, abort black male babies?
Me personally, I'm not a father yet, but I am a big brother. I'm a younger brother, and truth, I got a lot of nieces and nephews. So I was considered a father-like figure, you know, in the community where I come from. So that was kind of disturbing to me, and it was almost, I'm trying to be careful how I say this.
Right.
It's like the equivalent of saying, me as a black man telling, you know, black ladies that it's time to find out that if you having a black girl, you need to get rid of that black girl child. Now, in your own honesty, what would I look like as a black dude coming on a worldwide website telling a black woman to get rid of that black daughter? What would that even look like? You see what I'm saying? And like you were saying with the Fox Soul going along with that, none of those mainstream people going along with it. That's not gonna stand up in the mainstream media, true.
No, not at all. Not at all. And another user commented that, oh, well, you know, she's doing well. She'll do well on YouTube, and, you know, this and that. Listen, y'all, YouTube, you're right, partially right. Don't get me wrong. YouTubers make a good amount of money. Cynthia G probably does really well, right? If I had to estimate what Cynthia G probably does a month, I'd say probably, I think I've said it before, probably 10 to 15 G's she probably does a month, you know, somewhere around there. And I don't know what she does on the side either. Alleged information, right? So I think that with that, that's good and that's great and everything, but YouTube is the type of thing where it can be gone like that, y'all. Like my channel got taken down. I was gone for 2 weeks, right? Trying to figure out everything in copyright YouTube law court, right? Things happen and things can happen in an instant. Now you hope nothing happens, but YouTube can decide to ban your channel. YouTube can decide to demonetize you. YouTube can decide to shadow ban you. I mean, YouTube is a volatile career choice. It's not something that you should count your eggs in a bucket. Is that the quote? Basket? I don't know. Count your eggs before they hatch in, right? Because I mean, 1 minute you're on top of the world, the next minute it's over, dude. So it's happened before. It'll continue to happen. I mean, we talk about people getting demonetized all the time, especially in our space. It's right on that fine line of, okay, good, okay, and then like, oh, okay, now you went too far. Like that little space we talk about, the aborting black male children, that's right on that line. All right? Don't get it twisted. All right? The manosphere is already under heat. Coach Greg Adams has already been demonetized. More of those content creators have already been demonetized. Oh, yeah. The manosphere has already been looking at the feds. The feds aren't going to necessarily, the feds already been looking at the manosphere. The feds aren't going to necessarily look at Cynthia G. But people who go around saying that, if it catches wind in a certain light, it's going to cause some issues. All right? It's just a fact. And I don't know what YouTube's laws are on threatening life, what YouTube's laws are on this and on that. Obviously, you can say a lot of stuff. People's channels have gotten taken down for threats numerous times. That's how Donovan Sharp went down, for violent threats and harassment against like one of his callers. Donovan was crazy. He's calmed down a lot. So yeah, that's the game. Go ahead, country boy. I'll let you say something. Go ahead.
I'll be real brief with you. I mean, just like that time, Truth, when you did your commentary on that boy calls Lord, I'm trying to get his name right. Space Goes Purple, I believe that's his name.
Uh-huh.
I'm trying not to mess his name up, but
yes,
now I didn't condone him for going back talking about what he'll do to black women like her. I don't condone that either. But at the same time, I can't turn around and condone no black sister for talking about aborting no child, man, that didn't do nothing to you.
Facts.
The child innocent. I don't care. The children don't get to choose who the parents are, True.
Facts.
We just come here. All us come here. It took us 9 months to get here. So we don't choose in that procreation process who our parents are. So leave the children out of it. That's how I look at it.
Absolutely, and leave other people's children out of it. Don't go telling don't go telling women, man. Do you understand the power that is? Some of y'all don't look at life, deep enough. You understand the power of telling somebody to abort the future generations of their lineage? Do you understand what kind of power that is? Yeah, some of y'all look at life on such a surface level. You don't really see how horrifying, how haunting, how evil a statement like that is, taking away the potential future generations, right? This is a very, very big statement to make, but some of you are so lost that you don't care. You simply care that I'm talking about your favorite Cynthia G. That's all you care about. Everything else is in one ear, out the motherfucking other. That's all you care about. And you will, till the end of your days, stand on that. As murderous, as evil, as conniving, as sadistic as it is, you will stand on it because you fucking hate males that are black that much. You'd be willing to kill your own fucking child.
True.
For Cynthia G. Get the fuck out of here. Y'all done for. Go ahead, country boy.
You can't make this stuff up, man. It's like they jumping from the frying pan straight into the fire troop. I mean, some of them need, some of these people need kids like they need a hole in the head. I got to tell the truth because I had the truth preached to me for over 20 some years growing up. So I got to tell them the truth. You got parent. Look, you got these couples out here, man, that can't even have kids.
Man, bro, I'm not gonna
Then
lie,
you got
country
people
boy.
having kids. You know,
I
they take care of their kids.
Yeah.
But you got these people out here just laying up having them just to be having them. I'm feeling some type of way about that.
Man, bro.
Something got to be did, man.
Absolutely. Absolutely. You know, and here's the thing, country boy. I'm glad you brought up that point because you're absolutely right. So check it out. An interesting psychological perspective of what he's saying is you have this rhetoric about how bad black males are, bad black males are, bad black males are, bad black males are, right? You're a black mother. Maybe you know some little black boys. Maybe they're all bad. I don't know. Eventually, that's going to start to impart in your relationship a bit because that's natural. This is what content does to you. What you consume, just like the food you bring into you, that's what comes out. Just like the food just like the material that you listen to, just like the movies that you watch, and you can't sleep at night after that horror movie because that spirit's now festering. That those energies that were on that film are now festering inside of you, and it's keeping you up at night. We are products of our consumption, right? You go to the gym, you get muscles. You do bad stuff, you go to jail. What we do alters and makes us who we are. What we consume changes our actual viral being. I don't know if somebody's texting or what the deal is. If somebody's like, what is it? I think they check your Cash App. That might be Country Boy's Cash App. So you consuming as a mother with black children, with black sons, this message, the son who's 3 and 4 and 5 years old, listening to this, how bad black trash bag boys are, this and that. It will affect you to some extent, raising that little black boy. To some extent. Most people don't have the ability to mentally detach the reality of real life and then the offline or online reality of YouTube. These lines are blurred now, right? Which is why the federal government has started the Online Domestic Terrorism Act, which is signed into law this year. So the lines are starting to get blurred. And it's going to affect that. And Country Boy has an interesting perspective. Now, it's a little bit off the rabbit trail, beaten path, but I agree with him 100%. Yeah, some of y'all definitely shouldn't have kids. And it's pretty obvious that some of y'all really shouldn't have kids. And that you're going to be raising tormented, hateful, evil people just like yourself. Right? Because some of y'all are tormentful, hateful, evil people. So I 100% agree. But the other facet of that is that it also lends itself to a very, very, very negative aspect of it. And this is something that I also heard on another panel. I don't know if it was Red Supremes or who it was. But it was a guy that was talking about the fact that, okay, yes, there aren't that many of the good black guys, right? Okay, he was just acknowledging, okay, say there aren't that many good black guys and whatever it might be. He was giving in. He was a manosphere guy, right? He was giving in to that thought. It was an interesting panel today. And he was saying, okay, say there aren't that many black guys. And they were talking about Cynthia. If you were to just keep preaching the message, right, which is to essentially leave all the black guys alone, right? There are women who don't want to fully divest. And apparently y'all aren't divested. Cynthia's not divested. I don't know who's divested at this point. But if you can't be not divested, but then be saying kill black male babies.
And when we take up the cross of Christ, we're saying goodbye to sin, goodbye to lying, goodbye to homeowning, goodbye to gambling, goodbye to murder, goodbye to rape.
So is she divested or is she not divested?
To you anymore. I think that's the apex of my life, just knowing Jesus.
I don't think she know where she is, true.
Oh, she's not divested. She just says to kill black male babies. What? Officer, I did not. Officer, I was going 140, but I did not realize that I was not in Germany. Does that work? No? Okay, I'm going to jail. Yeah, it doesn't work like that, unfortunately, right? It's pretty clear and concise. It's either one side or the other, okay? So is she divested or is she not? Make up your mind, people. Huh? What do you mean, huh? What do you mean, huh? Huh? DDK is confused. She said, huh? DDK, I would love for you to explain what huh means. I would love for you to explain what exactly are you confused about that I said in the last minute or so, 60 seconds. I'm genuinely curious. Please. please explain to me what you're so confused about. And I'm glad you're at least enjoying it. We're going to wait for DDK to respond to us here. And maybe we'll be able to clarify her confusion a bit, because she seems to have lost her way a bit. Now, as we wait for DDK. Okay. Angel, thank you, Angel, for clarifying. Angel is here to clarify. Cynthia is not divested. Divested equals no black male babies seeding your womb. Okay. Thank you, Angel. Would we all agree? Put a 1 if you agree with Angel. Put a 2 if you don't. Make sure you like the video or dislike. Do one or the other, though. Don't do nothing. Like the video, or I'm turning the stream off now. I'm not going to do that. Country Boy, now, Country Boy, I knew you there for a second. Give me 1 second, Country Boy. I'm going to read a couple more comments. We'll come back to you. DDK, I'm still waiting for you for what you're confused about. If you don't tell me what you're confused about in the next 20 seconds, I'm blocking you from the live chat. You know what, DDK, you're getting blocked. I had to do it. I'm putting you in timeout. It hurt me to do that, DDK. Jesus Christ, I did not want to do that. Alpha Omega says, yep, the first rule of divestment is no sex with black men. Okay. So she's not divested. I'm rolling with it. Oh, DDK answered. Who is talking? DDK? Yeah, that's why I blocked you. Let me see. Okay, so she is not divested. The first rule is no sex with black men. Okay, there you go. Let me ask you, Country Boy. You're familiar with the divestors? Oh, we have Sarah Price. Hold on. Country Boy, you just stay right there. Sarah Price. It's good to see Sarah in the building. Country Boy, I'm going to put you on.
Hello.
Hey, Sarah. How's everything going?
It's good. How are you?
Oh, man, Sarah, it's good to hear you again. I'm doing good. Listen, you don't feel free to stay on my side. You can roast appropriately if need be. I only ask if you roast to make sure that to make sure it's funny, and then roast away. But it's free range, my dear. Go ahead. Go ahead. I was going to ask you, what do you think about the situation? Or me? Am I wrong? Am I completely wrong? Or what?
Well, with my research with like people like Tommy Sotomayor and those Manosphere guys who preach a lot of hate towards black women. With my research, they initially worked for IBM and whatnot, and there was a reason for that.
Sarah,
can you hear me?
Yeah, Sarah, we're getting to like we're getting to a really deep conversation right now. We might have to have this conversation off of YouTube, Sarah. You and I.
Yeah. Well, I'm basically saying she's like a model. And I think she's getting paid because she said some horrific things, Cynthia G. And people are aware of that.
Right.
So that's why they promoted her to Fox Soul, because they don't actually want to see a certain group of people rise. So you're saying that she's going to get taken down. People actually see that when you push the gender war and whatnot in the community, you actually get more views versus if you speak about the truth and, appropriate things. And that's generally because the people at the top, they don't like a certain group of people. And they don't mind you aborting your kids because they actually use it's pretty deep, the DNA of the kids to like make different
Sarah. Okay, Sarah. Okay, email me, Sarah. We are going to probably have to edit this live stream. But listen, hey, Sarah, I'm going to speak to you behind the scenes, okay? You got my email?
I'm sorry.
No, you're fine. We'll speak soon,
Yeah,
okay?
I'm sorry. I didn't mean to offend you.
No, you're fine. TheHonestTruthYT@gmail.com. Send me a chat. I'll talk to you tomorrow, okay? All right, Sarah.
Bye.
Whew, my goodness. Okay, well, Daisha is in the chat. Daisha, welcome to the building. I'm sorry, I won't say anybody's name because y'all know how we do here, or you know how they do here. You'll probably be doxxed to a certain extent. So change your name if you don't want to be doxxed. Daisha, I can't tell if you're actually here. Hold on.
So if you just wanted me to reply to you, why didn't you just say that? Why'd you block me? You wanted my attention that badly?
Daisha, I'm sorry.
I can't.
I'm sorry.
You have me. No, I mean you have me feeling myself. I was in a chat full of people, but your attention was only on me. Interesting.
No, Daisha. I'm sorry. I do apologize. Thank you for calling in. I know you're right. I was confused about what you were saying, and I didn't see that you responded until it's too late. And then you said, "Who's talking?"
I heard divestors, abort, blackmail babies, and a bunch of booms, and that's why I was like, "Huh." I didn't hear what you said. That is literally it.
I'm so sorry, Daisha.
I was like, y'all YouTubers, y'all little podcasters, y'all sensitive. Y'all be quick to block people. And
Sensitive,
I'm like, what in the world?
We're sensitive. I'm
Jeez.
definitely a sensitive ass.
I'm subscribed and everything.
Boy.
That fucking got mad. I was like, I have to unsubscribe to this man.
No. Stop, Dave. Stop. I'm so sorry. Yo, I'm really trash for that. Yo, okay.
Just a little bit.
Everybody, I need this to be known, okay? I am a work in progress, and this is a clear and cut example of it. I mean, what I did tonight, what Daisha experienced, nobody in the world should ever, to be honest, experience that. You know, so when you take your time and like support somebody, and I'm being facetious, but I'm being serious too. Like, bro, like seriously, like, bro. So, I'm going to be really a lot more careful with that, Daisha, not just here, but in life in general, you know, like just cutting people off. I think that I need to work on that, you know, and it's just a joking manner, but it's pretty serious. Like, it's kind of embarrassing right now, you know, having you come up and being like, yo, I'm subscribed to you. I'm this, I'm that. And you're like blocking me. It's like, damn, you know, that is kind of effed up. So I'm sorry about that.
And I would have happily replied to you about what I'm confused about if it was like you know, a legitimate question you were asking. I just didn't know. I didn't know what was going on. So I was like, okay, well, was he talking about the divestment? Because if I don't think Cynthia says she's not divested. Right. She says she likes dark skinned black men. But I mean,
she said that very, verbatim.
Yeah. I find it very, I don't know. I don't know if I could sit all day talking about black men and I'm married to one or like with one.
Right.
I don't know. That's just me though. That's me personally.
Right.
Because you can talk about somebody with bipolar disorder and have a son with bipolar disorder. So it's like, I get it, but like, I don't know. Just me personally. But I would say that there's more. I feel like what her stance is more proactive and everyone's is more reactive, but the Black community as a whole isn't reactive. We don't solve problems or foresee problems before they happen. So it's kind of like, and we're irresponsible. Like we don't sexually irresponsible. So I find it hard to like, it's like you want to just convince people to be better, convince Black men to be better, convince Black women to be better. But it's like the power is with them. It's not really with you. You can't force anybody to change. So it's a touchy subject. Whenever she gets to that kind of stuff, it's like kind of touchy, I guess, for some people. But I mean, I feel like a lot of people like her content. It's just everyone's an extremist in their own way. And I feel like this is her. It's just like, abort them.
But
abort mission. Flag the play.
At what point do we make the line between liking the content and not giving somebody at what point is it like, okay, yeah, I like the content, but no, we can't keep going on in this way. Like, is it just straight the content, or does it matter who's preaching the message?
Yeah.
Like,
and I feel like it's weird because I feel like the reason she's getting so big is because she's saying everything white people want to say, but they literally can't. Right. It's not politically correct. We're in 2022. White people can't be talking about Black men are trash bag bandits.
Yo. I'm not gonna lie. Daisha, I'm glad you said that. I stopped my TikTok. Like those of you who are OGs, shout out to Diana, Organic, and a few others in the chat right now. I think 10 I saw around 10 names that have been with us since the beginning. I started the TikTok page, right? I got like 500,000 views in like 14 days. Or like, no, in like 3 or 4 days. It was stupid, right? It blew up. Like tens of thousands of comments. It was crazy. It was some of the most racist stuff I've seen. I said, I gotta stop. I stopped TikTok, yo.
Yes,
my TikTok's still up. But I was like, I can't do this, yo. I was like, oh, this is not, hey.
And that's why I don't do the not all white people thing. It's like, no, y'all don't be on TikTok. Y'all show yourselves, y'all racist selves on TikTok. You can't do it in person, of course, because I can knock you out in person, but through the phone, that's whatever.
Man, and
so like,
and you can go to the pages because they got videos of themselves up doing stuff like in the middle of nowhere, so it's real people.
Yes. Yep, exactly. So it's like she says everything that, you know, and the truth is the truth. You can take the truth for what it is. That's why I feel like it's better that she's saying this, because listen, white people cannot come on this internet talking like Cynthia G, and that's why she kind of gets away with it. Even then, I think she posted another video too on her channel. Like she did a commentary on it. A white woman like jokingly giving tips to the Black community, and there was a lot of outrage for just that, because obviously it was like condescending. It's like, listen, you're white. This is all you, boo. Like the least you could do is tell us how to fix it. It's not like you're doing anything. But you know, I feel like it's something that we have to handle. I just don't know. I don't know if we're handling it the right way. It's really, I've been thinking about this for a few months. Like I really, because people are so extreme. People will go to the extreme. It's like everything I'm seeing now. It's like, okay, we're not letting people be individuals.
Yeah.
Like
exactly.
We have to let everybody be an individual. And it's like, it's hard when, there's this dynamic in the community where it's like, it's very consistent amongst both sides, women and men. But I feel like we're talking a lot about the men right now, because there's been just all of this time where we were just talking about women. And now like Black women are fed up. They're like, okay, well, we was letting y'all talk all this shit for all this time. We finna talk our shit, you know? And Cynthia has her hand in that. And she'll never come out and say she started this movement, but listen, definitely did. And she said she's not a divester, but divestors claim her. So it's weird. That's why I understand recently she's been trying to disassociate with what's the other one's name that used to be on live with her all the time?
Taz and Nyla.
Yeah, them.
Yeah.
She was just like, yeah, so that's not me. Disassociate me with them. And it's like, well, no. They're on every one of your lives.
Yo.
I had no idea. I had no idea who they were.
Come on, Sin. Jesus.
It's like, okay,
we
like, listen, I'm young, but I'm not dumb. You know what I'm saying? Like, I want to believe you, but it's like, I don't know what goes on behind the scenes. And they were just on her live too much for her to just brush that off. And I don't like the way she just brushed that off. So it's like hit or miss with like these YouTubers on here. You just want to enjoy the content, because once stuff starts getting personal, that's when it gets really messy.
Now, Ms. Dash, Nelly Child has a question for you. She says, has the caller called into Sin's, you being the caller, forgive me for gaslighting, called into Sin's show to discuss her grievances?
Her grievances about what?
Nelly's asking you, have you called into Sin's show to discuss your grievances with her?
No, I haven't. I don't really, I've never called into her show. No, I've never called into her show before.
Okay.
Like grievances as in like the fact that
does Sin even take callers, Nelly? Nelly, are you talking about?
She does.
Oh, she does? Oh, okay, cool.
She takes callers. When she goes live, she takes callers. Usually you have to call in responding to the topic of discussion. It's rarely like just call in and say what you want. It's usually like you know, I've never had like, I don't know if there's ever like a context where I could call in and tell her like, oh, I don't like the way you handled the situation with Nyla and Taz. It's like, this is a grown woman we talking about. Like, come on now.
And she just doesn't, she doesn't take any type of, like, she doesn't take any type of like little nigga. Don't try and little nigga Cynthia. She don't care who you are, what you try. And she's not going for any type of, I don't want to say accountability because they would be like, accountability. She doesn't go for anything. Like, she says what she says, she feels what she feels. She don't care what you think or how you feel about it. Yeah,
she has no shame, which is like a double-edged sword, if you understand what I'm saying. It's like, yeah, like, you're not about to make me feel bad about what other people do with themselves. It's like, these are grown people who do what they want to do. There's no way for her to, there's no way for me to verify if she knew or didn't know. You know what I'm saying? It's kind of like an implicit thing.
Right.
But the thing is, it's like, you know, when she made that video responding, I had no idea what was going on until I actually came to your channel.
Wow.
I was like, oh yeah, I didn't know. I don't keep up with that stuff, man. I come on here to watch I'll watch like basic stuff, but I do watch this, you know, really controversial content, and she's one of them. that I've been watching. I've been watching her for like a year and a half now. That's why that the abort black baby stuff, I think that's recent. She's been saying now, like the past 6 months or so.
Really?
I would say.
So
I would say that's more recent.
That's why I say when I look at the situation and the timeline about everything that's been happening, it seems like the stresses of that, the entire situation, obviously, right, added a lot to it, to where at this point it's so exacerbated, the relationship, this alleged relationship that they still have to carry on for the next umpteenth years, right, it's so exacerbated that she's like, you know what, just abort the niggas from now on. Don't deal with niggas if you're a black woman. They're all trash. They're all shit. Trust me. How do I know? Because I'm dealing with the nigga right now. That's what it sounds like
and
to
that's
me,
why and that's why it can be, because when we take things to heart, like I feel like Black people, we have a lot of passion. So when we do things, we do them 100%. That's kind of what makes us so great, honestly. Like we do things 100%. And I think Black women, it's either you're like far on the spectrum, like at the end, like, listen, you can't even prevent me from like ever being with a Black man. And then there's a Black woman where it's like, I'm completely done. Like, I have yet to meet women that are like in between. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
Like, is you're either like far left or far right, if you understand what I'm saying. And I'm like, I feel like I'm one of those only people where I'm like in the middle. And it's weird because I don't feel like there's a place for that on YouTube.
The problem is that if you're in the middle and you go to Cynthia's panel trying to explain like rationality in some sense, or maybe in the form of your rationality, it's something that goes against what they believe, then that balance that's healthy in life, because it's good to be balanced, believe it or not, ladies. Jesus. That balance that's healthy in life is going to be demonized worse than the manosphere, because they're going to call you a mammy. They're going to call you what are all the terms? Please, y'all, burn the cake.
You have to not even look at that chat box. That chat box sometimes when I'm on the lives are horrific.
And what makes it worse is that these are the ones who, I mean, and I'm not to say a monolith, because I know the monolith argument, the Black women aren't a monolith, so I'm not saying that, I get it. But I'm just saying that it hurts a lot more when it's from the people that look like you, like when it's a brother that's kicking in your door, shooting our neighborhoods up, stuff like that. It's like, damn, niggas, that's why I was talking about niggas for the first, Black men for the first year and whatever, because it was a real life thing and I went through real life situations and I was like,
right.
Okay, I'm gonna be honest about this. Like, let's be honest about this. And there was the need to say that. Now there's a need to say this, and there's a need to be really real about this situation, because like we've seen with the Taz Nyla and whatever situation, like we see in Cynthia G's panel, let you walk up into that thing trying to talk about don't let's not kill the male babies. Let's just at least vet the men we're having. Let's at least let's at least try and just maybe mother it different. Let's try and solve something else before we kill them,
Now she's saying, we're not even going to vet them. Just done. That's it.
I mean,
done.
And here's the other side to it, Dash. I'm glad you said that. What will the good, legitimately good, because guess what? Not all Black women want to date outside of the race. It's just a fact. Not all do. So what will the legitimately good Black men who are seeing that think? I know they're unicorns, but let's just say that they see that message and they're like, you know what? F Black women then. There are Black women who have never heard about divestment, period. But they've heard about Cynthia G, though. There are Black men that have never heard about divestment, period. But they've heard about, did I say Black men and women? I'm saying both. They've heard about Cynthia G, though. So all of a sudden you have a very, I don't know what the term is for this, but somebody I don't know, I'm going to think of a term. Maybe I'm going to call it the Jonathan effect, where one truth hits harder in a very interesting facet. So, for instance, it hits harder for Cynthia G to say abort Black male babies to some extent. I'm gonna get fired for saying that. So let me think about this for a second, and then I'm gonna say that. Go ahead, Dash.
Oh no, you were talking. I was just
okay.
laughing.
No, you're fine. Okay, cut in whenever you want to. So what I'm saying is this: the effect. I'm not gonna say that because they're gonna be like, okay, nigga, yeah, it's the effect. So picture this for a second, if you will, right? My brain is like going, pew, I'm trying to get it out. I can't. When you say something like that, we've already talked about the future generations of males who will be, let me see how much longer we have on Zoom, because I haven't purchased Zoom.
Sorry.
Zoom hasn't, oh no, it's fine. I'm being cheap. So we're still good. We already talked about the generational effect of you causing other women to decide that, oh, you know what, for the simple fact that my baby could end up harming another black woman, I'm going to go ahead and take his life, right? We've already talked about the emotion. We haven't talked about the emotional trauma of actually having ending a terminacy, right? It could be emotional. I'm not saying that you shouldn't. I'm not telling you what to do with your body. I'm simply trying to make you aware of the severe, drastic changes that could happen in your life going through a process like this.
Right, because a lot of people don't know.
Yeah, man. There's a lot that could happen. Maybe you're a different type of person, right? I'm just telling you what I know. So thank you, Dash, for agreeing. And so the other side of this now, the guys who were good and the guys who aren't good. Let a guy who's not good see Cynthia G's message. What do you think he's going to think as he's in these streets and roaming, right? Now, I understand. Yeah. You don't think some hood dudes have heard this message? Man, did you?
Listen,
don't you know? Hold on,
like,
Daisha. Don't you know that Red Supreme was saying earlier on his chat that that there was an old nigga on Red Supreme's chat, this old ass nigga saying, why don't we just go take Cynthia's address and go drop it off to some niggas in the hood, and then go tell them that she's talking about aborting? They said that on Red Supreme's channel today.
Oh my goodness gracious!
Yeah, like
no way.
Niggas will kill over, man. A
An
nigga
opinion.
threatened to kill me over a haircut.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
I see that happen.
So it's like, bro, like, this is why I'm saying I'm trying to get y'all to understand offline real and then online real. You know what I mean? Like, y'all can call me a hater all you want, but if something offline real happens, then you're going to be like, oh my God, how horrific was it? It was so bad. I can't believe it. And it's like, no, you can't just go moving around and saying everything. And that's all we're trying to address is this really important thing that she's building ground standing on, right? And getting you to believe is logical and rational. It's not logical and rational to simply kill any child because of their sex, okay? That's not rational or rational. Or Jesus Christ, you know what's in here. So
Logical or
right?
rational.
Thank you. Right now, there's so many different things that happen behind closed doors, and there's a lot of conversations that happen, and I leave those to the mothers as it pertains to their health and whatever they want to do. But in this case specifically, that is known as genocide, right? That is what, like Red Supreme said, the Nazis did to the Jews. That is what some of y'all would say the white people did to the black people, and the black people are still doing now, simply killing off a certain group of people because of either their race, their religious belief, or their sex. That's what genocide is. Welcome back to high school.
Here's what I'll ask you. Do you think that like what's the problem? And I know this is kind of like in a way a rhetorical question,
right?
But what is the problem with, like, what would the issues be after aborting black men? That would be an issue. You're talking about like the erasure of black people. Like that would be the problem with aborting black men.
No. It's not aborting black men. These are black children, right? So, but to answer your question, that's a great question, and thank you for answering that, Dej. Great
yes,
question.
children.
That's awesome. We're keeping the conversation. So, thank you. Y'all, when you call in, be like Dej, please, and Country Boy, you've been awesome too, bro. So this is what I see, right? Now, yeah, the indirect effects in this case. Yes, obviously population will change and population will everybody, but that's not going to necessarily happen in our lifetimes, in our children's lifetime as much, right? I think that what will happen is a lot more internal communal struggles if messages like these do continue to be pushed by Fox Soul, be pushed by large media outlets that are prominent within the black community. Fox Soul is prominent in the black community. So if somebody is watching Fox Soul or sitting in the trap all day and the Fox Soul happens to come on, they see Cynthia G pop up. They've never heard of Cynthia G. Mainstream media has certain reach and potential than other reaches and potential do, right? Like YouTube, for instance. And so you Google Cynthia G, you find a whole bunch of traumatic stuff. Just like if you Google Taz and Nyla, most of the stuff you see right now is going to be traumatic stuff. If you Google Cynthia G, you'll see some traumatic stuff, and then you'll see Cynthia G pop up as well with her normal videos, which are somewhat traumatic in a sense as well. And so now you're like, okay, cool. I have this entire world, and Fox Soul now believes in this woman. This woman believes in aborting black males.
Do they really?
Well, she's on Fox Soul's channel.
Like often?
Well, she was on Fox Soul, I think 2 times, y'all, in the chat. I think she was on Fox Soul twice.
I know she was on that one time. I didn't see her the second time.
One time? Okay, I thought she was on twice.
She could have been. I know I only saw her the first time. I would try to catch that one, but I didn't catch it. But the first one I saw, I don't know if there was a second one.
Okay. Well, I tell you this, they probably don't know her history as well as they thought they did.
Yeah, something tells me they don't, like, they watch her. I feel like, I don't know if the people who like brought her on originally, like, I think they watched her content. Like, of course, if you have to know, who you're bringing on. Right. But, yeah, I don't know if they knew she was going to touch on that, or like she wasn't allowed to touch on, a few things with Fox Soul. It was pretty censored. So, yeah, I don't think they know about some things that she says. But I think the main issue that she has is that the community is already the way you're describing it. And she's saying, what more is there to lose? I think that's kind of her standpoint. It's like, if we've tried everything, what's wrong with trying this? What's the worst that could happen that's not already happening? I feel like that's her mentality.
Yeah, well, the response, and I think it's a very good point, and good to see Dimitri in the chat, as well as G. France. G. France says it's genocide, especially in the book of Exodus, when the Pharaoh dumps hundreds of baby boys to the alligators. That's right. As a matter of fact,
oh my,
when you are trying to get rid, or this is how modern or classic civilizations move, when you do overtake a city, and when you siege a city, after you've starved the city of the resources, and you've cut off all the trade paths, and you've killed all the merchants that were trying to deliver goods, you then take the boys out of the city and you kill the boys, because the boys one day will turn into men, and the men one day will uprise to fight against you and to one day fight for the mothers that you've been raping and pillaging. And so you killing the boys is very significant. Historically, boys were very, very, very significant, right? Now, obviously, to answer the next person's question, or somebody said, well, if it's already, I'm sorry, Daisha, you said, well, if it's already happening in the black community, right?
Basically, yeah, because you just said that you kill the boys off first because they grew up to obviously protect the women.
Right.
It's an issue though, because black men aren't protecting black women. That's the
right.
The issue.
But you know what the issue is? Do you also know what the issue is? It's Cynthia G trying to make an excuse for Robert Perkins' 5 other baby mothers. Would you not agree?
Who's that? Robert who?
Robert Perkins.
Who's Robert Perkins?
The man that Cynthia G allegedly has a baby with, who has 5 other baby mothers.
She doesn't have a baby. Does she have a baby?
Daisha, good night.
No way. She doesn't have a baby.
Daisha,
does she really?
We have 10 minutes left on Zoom. I'm going to go ahead and take you to the back. Okay, Daisha? Thank you for calling in. All right. Country boy, I'll give you your final words, okay? Go ahead, country boy. Oh, you just unmute yourself, brother.
Okay. All right, back itch. Truth. The significance in cutting off that boy. Pharaoh knew it, the Nazis knew it, and not too long ago in the segregated South, they knew it also. That if you cut that boy off, you cut the seed off. And it sounds like she planning some type of where she sound along the lines of eugenics.
Yeah.
This selective breeding stuff. That's what that sound like. So in my mind, when I first heard about it, you would think, Truth, that somebody would have censored this lady and like, hey lady, shh, you need to hush that up, because that's hate speech. And last I heard, Truth, they can get you on a saying some stuff like that can lead to charges of terrorism.
Yeah, no.
Maybe you can educate me on that. That sounds like terrorism, right?
Yeah, no, definitely. Yeah, no, it definitely is. Yeah, it could. You're right. It could. I don't know, because when it comes to abortion is a protected medical like practice. So separation of medicine, church, and state is kind of in effect there. I feel like a little bit. Now, separation of church and state, I think, is the official law, but medicine, I believe, is separated as well to some extent, from what I've seen, just how I perceive. So I think it's protected to an extent. I don't know that it could be persecuted in that way. I don't think it's seen in the same way as, and I'll be completely honest, some states have, post-term, some states still have legal post-term abortions. Like, the child can be like on its way out, and you can decide if you want to deem the child medically incompetent. It's legal.
Wow.
in a few states, y'all. So Maybe I got that a bit wrong, medically misinformed. Maybe I'm a bit medically misinformed, so I need to just be correct that one time. But to my knowledge, I know that you could have abortions and late-term abortions in a few different states. And that's what the Supreme Court is talking about, from what I understand. That's why it's such a pretty big thing. But that's just what I've heard. But the bigger thing is this.
Well, true.
Country Boy, I'll let you go one second because I appreciate Country Boy. We got like 5 more minutes. Go ahead, Country Boy. Go ahead. I'll let you give your final words. Forgive me, man. My brain is like a million miles an hour right now.
You all right, but I say this.
Yeah.
When these women, when they say that type of stuff, we got to really take a step back and look at the root of the issue, because you just can't go out and demonize the whole black male population because of who you chose, you know what I'm saying, to lay up with or deal with.
Right. Yeah, I mean, you can't go around demonizing.
That make the whole nation of black men look bad.
Right. No, facts, bro.
You know, and then you got to look at this, and I'm going to shut up, True.
No, you're good.
I'm going to shut up at this.
I need to shut up. I can't stop talking. Go ahead.
But she got to take into account these same men that you trashing and talking bad and talking down on. You the seed, you the product of these same very black men. A black man and a black woman procreated you, brought you on this earth. So what would that look like denigrating all the black ancestors that came before me? We just celebrated Juneteenth, True.
Yeah. You know, I think it's this point.
Do she have no shame? That's what I asked that lady.
I think it's this. Like I said, I think that your point, because it could be argued like, well, black men have been transferred. So I get that, because I know the divestors, and we've talked about black men failing for years, black men failing for centuries. I've talked about it, and I pointed it out, and I still stand behind it. Trust me, it's called Country. I need you to understand, like, we pointed out and talked about black men being pretty trash for a long time, because, quite frankly, a large percentage of them have been. But still, to your point, though, having said that, going forward, it still is a very, 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 very good point that you have, and that's that there still were good ancestors. There still were good people, right? Not all are bad on any side. Moreover, here's the big thing, Country, right? Here's the big thing, and this is why we have to change our message to what we're changing it now. This is why we're doing, and this is why I started doing the honest truth. We have to be honest about the situations, right? Y'all say it's whatever because you don't like it because you like Cynthia G. To hell with that, all right? This is the honest truth, and you need to hear it, okay? It might save your life one day, and I'm not even joking. All right? I'm serious. The honest truth about the situation is Cynthia G cannot have a message. Cynthia G is the last person that should be having a message. Cynthia G's message of aborting black male babies is rooted fundamentally in a black male. Okay, allegedly. I'm saying this. This is what I say. This is what I see, and I know a lot of y'all see this as well. Okay. So what you're hearing right now is trauma, people. Okay, you are being taught trauma. But we've had trauma taught to us for generations upon generations upon generations upon generation. Yes, I understand that there's been a very tumultuous past 1, 2, 3, 4, 5.5 hours. A black woman is killed by black men. Absolutely, I get it 100%. Trust me, I really do. However, trust me, I'm also telling you that Cynthia G will add more to those statistics. Cynthia G will add more trauma to all of the plights that you so claim she's protecting black women from. She's not. Cynthia G couldn't even protect herself from the same plight. Okay? Cynthia G is simply responding to you through trauma venting. All right? Now, yes, a broken clock is right 2 times a day. Yes, a lot of black males are out here acting degenerate. But Cynthia G was making excuses for those same black males allegedly that got her pregnant. She only decided to stop making excuses and to stop calling him a good father. She only decided to stop saying that she didn't hear from any of his baby mothers. She only decided to stop saying, I'm not going to say he's not a good person because when I spoke to him, he's a wise person, when things didn't work out and she couldn't convert him and she could not be baby mother number 6. That's all. That's the only reason she started talking bad about Robert Perkins, because up until that point, she wanted things to work out. Things didn't work out. Now there's nothing else holding her back from saying the brutal, honest truth about how she really feels about the situation. Just like Woman's Fear, not holding it back against Cynthia G anymore. When Woman's Fear first started, she didn't want to piss off Cynthia G, because if Cynthia G decided to get on Woman's Fear, it would have been a short-lived run for Woman's Fear. But eventually Cynthia G realized, you know what? F it. It really doesn't matter. I'm going to be honest. Cynthia G's trash too. And she started talking about Cynthia G. Now here we are. Country Boy, I'll give you, I don't even know what point I'm trying to prove right there, so that was kind of a trash point. Country Boy, I'll give you your final words, man, and then we're going to wrap this thing on up on the Zoom. Your final words, Country Boy. Thanks for calling in, man.
All right, no problem, Truth. I just appreciate, the privilege just, to come in and, and have an intellectual conversation with you about the topic at hand. Because this is a touchy topic, but it's a highly prevalent topic, and we got to look at the new generations that's coming along behind all this this foolishness that's going along in our community. And I, for one, say this, and I'm pass this mic back to you.
Yeah,
I thank God, true, that all the generational curses stop with me. Before I even think about having kids, I want to be, I want to be spiritually and mentally in a place where I can raise my kids in the way that they supposed to be raised. Now, how everybody doing their own thing, but back to this censorship. I hate to say we got a censor free
country. We got less than a minute, country. Less than a minute. So make it fast. 20 seconds. The time's about to run out.
All I can say, God bless Cynthia G. I don't wish nothing bad on it.
Hey, Country Boy, I appreciate it, bro. Hey, Gordon DeSeer, my bad. The time has run out on Zoom, y'all. Dang, it just shut off. Country Boy, the time ran out on Zoom, man. It just kicks everybody out. Can I start another Zoom? Hold on. Can I start another Zoom? Let me see if I can start another Zoom. I should be able to, right? Yo, it lets me start another Zoom. Why? So why does it kick? Yo, this is so ghetto. I'm definitely black. Okay. Hey, here's the new Zoom, y'all. When it ends, you can just start another one, I guess. We'll see. Click that link, and hopefully it gives us a conversation. It'll probably say we can't have a conversation, huh? Somebody click. Jesus, my voice. I need more alcohol. All right. I hope you're enjoying the show. Yo, what would it be like if my voice sounded like this all the time? Oh, it's clearing up now. Dang it. It sounded kind of cool. Sarah said, LOL, he just found that out. Yo, you can start it over? What? Why didn't y'all tell me? I was about to pay for that. Y'all ain't ish. Even if Cynthia G, Sarah, you ain't trash. You trash. Even if Cynthia G has a son, all it does is validate what so many women are going through. No, Vibin. I'm glad you said that, though. Vibin High said, even if Cynthia G has a son, all it does is validate what so many women are going through. I mean, A, that doesn't even make any sense because, A, if she has a son, which I think it's a daughter, but if she has a son, how would her having a son validate that? Is her son, like, out here, has her son killed a black woman? You know what I mean? Like, what do you mean it validates it? Just because you have a son doesn't validate anything. You don't know who her son is or who her child is. You don't know them. What are you talking about? Because someone released text. Oh, geez. Someone released text. Sarah Price says vetting is key. Cynthia G literally said that she thinks Robert Perkins was a great dad and a great person. Y'all want to hear? I mean, it sounds like Cynthia couldn't vet.
That's just a reality of what it is. I do not quantify him by the amount of children he have or the amount of women that he have them by, because quite frankly, he is the most active father I've ever seen in my life. I've never met a man who was I've never met one who was more active or involved. I never met one who would do anything to make sure he's there to support.
This is a man who has 5 baby mothers that Cynthia G is talking about. Mind blown. Mind blown. Country boy, good to see you back in the building, man. Go ahead, pick up if you know where you left off, country boy.
Yes, like I was saying, back to this lady. I don't wish nothing bad on this lady, because like I say, that's a sister. So, but the soul ties truth, I do want to bring it up. A lot of these women, like you said, dealing with the trauma, a lot of it got to do with soul ties and them taking on the DNA of these men. That's really why the older women in church used to tell them, don't be doing no outside stuff before marriage truth. So now you look at, you got to kind of wonder what them old women was talking about when I hear this lady here get on social media and say this stuff. So that let me know them church mothers knew what they were talking about.
Yeah. Well, when you create a child with somebody, allegedly, that is a tie of so many levels, right? I mean, it's a soul tie, it's a physical tie, but it's a lifetime tie. Like, you created a human being with this person, and God forbid, but God help everything go well. That child's going to be here for longer than you will, and that's going to be a representation of you and that person coming together and tying your bodies and creating that person, right? So the marriage of the tie of your bodies is that person, and that's going to be around for longer than you. So I think that you're right about that, and I think that a lot of children in the case end up being that tieful reminder of the negative side. Even if it's not a male child, even if it's a female child, it could remind them of the negative side of that guy, right? Potentially. Even if that guy was a good guy, say the lady just wasn't a good person, but she just, for whatever reason, had it out for the guy, that child still, obviously, they're not in a good situation in that case either. So that's that. That's a whole different other can of worms, Jesus. But yeah, it ends up being something to where the child ultimately still does suffer based off of the lack of vetting, based off of the trauma that's going on. And even in this case, we're talking about black male children that are going to suffer that, like you said, didn't ask to be born here, but now are going to be paying for the consequences of maybe a girl who had no idea divestment existed, but she got pregnant, and then her friend told her, oh, go listen to Cynthia G. You need to abort that black male baby because he could end up killing a black. I get it. Listen, y'all, I get it. I really do, okay? But I'm just going to say this because I haven't taken a full dive into it because I'm waiting for the Black Femicide March to happen whenever. So after that does, I'll be coming back and talking about the Black Femicide March and statistics. Until that march happens, I'm not going to be talking about that. But you just wait. Like I told y'all way back in February, I'm going to be talking about Nyla Says and Taz and the Divestment crew and all of them, because I said this a long time ago, AC, but you didn't know that, right? Like I said a long time ago, talking about all of these people. We're getting to it now. And so we're going to be talking about these numbers and analytics and 5.5 hours and everything like that, because I've been looking at all of these numbers, and these numbers are very interestingly a little interesting. That's all I'm going to say there. All right. So be on the lookout for the 5.5 hour streams and the streams breaking down a lot of the numbers and the research, because it's interesting. All right. But having said that, I don't know. Let me go ahead and go to some of y'all's comments. Country boy, I'm going to put you on mute for a second, bro. I appreciate you being here. Thank you for everybody that's been supporting the channel and donating to the channel on and offline. I want to thank everybody that's been subscribing to the channel. Make sure you like the video, ladies and gentlemen. If you can, share the video on your Facebook page. Share the videos if a video speaks to you, as we have more shorts and things like that being uploaded. We're getting ready to get back to our short form content. We're cranking it back up. You know how I do it. I go hard for like a month and then I fall off for 2. So get it while you can, okay, ladies and gentlemen? I'm in the mood. I'm in the spirit. I'm back from vacation. I am powered up. What? It's 11:54. in Texas, ladies and gentlemen. 11:54, and guess what? It's 91 degrees. Can you see that on my screen right now? It's at the very bottom right. Hold on. 91 degrees. Jesus. It's very brutally hot. It was so hot today, as a matter of fact, it was 105 in my city. 105. That's right. If you know smart enough, if you know anything about temperatures and geology, you can find, indeed, my city. It's 105 or 104. It was scorching. It was so hot the other day. I was walking outside doing pretty much nothing. I think I was on the balcony or somewhere. Oh, yeah, I was on the balcony. I was sitting down on the balcony. And I walked inside. It was so hot that I laid down and I had like a headache and I had shortness of breath. I was like, yo, it's way too hot. Either I'm about to have a heat stroke or it's way too hot. And I think it's just way too hot. I got shortness of breath from sitting down in the heat. Do I need to go to the doctor? I don't know if somebody donated. I heard a weird sound. So if somebody's donated to the Cash App, thank you. But you can donate to the Cash App if you'd like to. You don't have to. Last thing I want to say is shout out to all the members of the channel. I know you haven't gotten a members only video in a long time, but you'll have first access to THT TV, which is coming out soon, as I've been saying for a while. All right. Now, I'm going to just kind of fast forward this for a second because we only played 3 minutes of it. And it's a 12-minute video, so I'm going to skim. You know how we do it.
Had some things out of anger, and probably about October, November, and some discussions that, again, like I said, I had with this woman because she was supposed to be my friend.
Ooh, she was supposed to be your friend. Yeah, we have seen a lot of backstabbings and betrayals in this space. I tell you what, I got backstabbed and betrayed. What can I say? It goes down in this space, man. There's no friends in this space. No content creators are your friends. Cynthia G still working with anybody? Any content creators still aligned with her? Sarah Price said, jeez, my voice. Sarah Price said, these stats are propaganda. Sarah Price said, wow, these stats are propaganda. Who knew? Oh, Sarah, calm down. We'll get there. Yeah, I've been looking at the stats, man, and just, I can't say looking at the stats. You can't look at these stats. It's a lot to take in. It's looking at the stories, reading the stories, finding out the people in these stories, finding out what actually happened in these stories. For instance, one of the stories the girls killed, but she was the one that set up a murder of another girl. So she got killed. You know what I mean? So it's like, oh, you know what I mean? There's a lot going on right now. I'm not saying that they've all done something. I'm not saying that most of them have done something. I'm not saying that. I'm just saying that what I'm going to bring to you, there's a lot going on, right? Truth, you just said one situation. Just wait. I promise. I'll bring you more stuff. All right? Just give me a bit of time. Whenever I say things, people are always like, oh, my God, I can't believe you said it. And then I'll start making the videos and like, oh, well, yeah, that kind of makes sense. You're right, Truth. G. France says, this is a heart issue, Truth. Man, I hope not, G. France. I need to go get my heart checked. Jesus. Is the heat, I know that black people have heart issues for sure, but if the heat makes you get shortness of breath, then yeah. Oh, Sarah said it might be a hex. So listen, which one would I rather be, a hex or a medical issue? Jesus, I don't know. Hey, that's my background. You like it? There you go. A hex or a medical issue? Geez, I don't know. That's a tough choice right there. I'm going to go with hex for 300, Alex. I'd rather have a hex put on me. That's right. Than have a problem with my heart. Why? Because I have ancestors that pray for me that are living and dead. Christy Love says, I can't even type and comment right now. This is so crazy to me. Christy, don't worry, girl. You know, just listen. Just relax, right? Kick your feet up. Get you a nice cup. Shake it in the air. Let them hear your chalice. Let them hear your ice. I don't have any ice in here. We drink like kings tonight. Tonight we drink like kings. We drink like royalty. We drink like men, yeah. This is fruit punch. Don't worry. You're in good hands, Christy. You don't have to type anything. You could just listen. We all understand what you're feeling right now. And it's a feeling of feeling, you know? It's like, wow, this is all so wild and new. I think a lot of people got that when they were watching the Woman Sphere exposés and the tirades that she's been on. And it seems like every video that she makes, it's like, dadgum, this is... DDK's roasting me. DDK said corny. I tried, DDK. I'm trying to entertain you. I don't think the ancestors want to hear the ice and lean. What? That's ASMR. Would y'all pay if I did ASMR? Like, this is ASMR. Fingers. Some people really, do y'all watch ASMR? Put a 1 in the chat if you watch ASMR to go to sleep. Cynthia G. Cynthia G, if you're watching, please don't sue me, please. I cannot afford it, Cynthia G. Cynthia G, if you're watching, please tag me in the video and respond to me, please, so I can get my numbers up. Thank you for the 1. Sarah Price, DDK, I do have 2 cups. 1, yes, you watch ASMR. Okay. We'll start doing nighttime ASMR. I think that's sometimes like, So if you don't know what ASMR is, it's like this thing where it's really peaceful sounds and everything like that. But it's like, it's an art form to it. Like, I don't know. It's crazy. It's a whole nother world, man. Collecting cups. Yo, look at this. Hold on. Y'all are right. Look at this. Look how many cups I have. And there's another one above me. It's another blue one above me, bro. And there's a bowl above me right here. Hold on. Yeah. All right. Oh, to chew some gum. Okay. Yeah, y'all donate to my damn Cash App, and I'll do whatever y'all want. I love y'all. No, you don't have to donate, but if you want to donate to Cash App, I said that really aggressively. I shouldn't have said that so aggressively. Like, damn, donate to the damn Cash App. Why am I cussing? Yeah, if you can donate to the Cash App, I appreciate y'all. Thank you for supporting the channel. I just hope I'm entertaining to y'all, man. Honestly, I just hope you're entertaining y'all. I'm just happy to be back from vacation. Man, I had the best vacation, dude. Whew. It was amazing. Make sure y'all unplugging from the Matrix. Yeah, Themis is cool. I think Themis is awesome, man. Collecting cups and hexes from losers like that. I hope I'm not collecting hexes. No, I've been told I'm protected. I've been told I'm protected from hexes. A lot of y'all are into... Oh, Ife says she's been watching ASMR for like a decade now. Shout out to Ife in the chat, man. It's good to see Ife. Ife, I've been evolving. Yo, shout out to Lori Harvey. Y'all are still dead wrong about Lori Harvey. Yo, I know most of y'all disagree with me. I'll take a drink in disagreement. Lori's trash. Themis is impressive considering he's a liberal LGBT who is not a feminist. Angel, interesting. Okay. Seeking Daily says, me too. Okay. Nice. How many cups do I got? 1, 2, 3, 4 cups near me. And a water bottle. And a beer, but I can't show you that on camera. Collecting, let's see, oh yeah, okay. She won't because that'll expose her. Ooh. One only unintentional ASMR. Okay. One very special. It's just going to pop up, Angel. It's just going to be like randomly, like at 11 o'clock or something like that. It'll say ASMR, and it'll say the honest truth. And it's going to be a blank screen. It'll just be black. A black thumbnail. And you'll come in, and it'll be like the lights will be red or something. Let me see what this looks like. Hang on a second. Turn this off. Here. Experiment. All right. I need the other. All right. We'll try and see what. Hold on. Let me go to the actual damn camera so I can see my camera. Because I can't see anything right now. Okay. You know, they don't look too bad. All things considered. Let me. Oh, Jesus. All right, the camera's tripping out. Hang on, y'all. Oh my gosh. I just need the color red. Bruh. Well, you know what? All right, I was trying to do something, but we're gonna have to do that next time. Well, you know what? That don't look too bad, huh? You just gotta get like a small little light. Let me see. Let me put a small little light on my phone. If it was like, yeah, no, I don't know, because it takes away too much. All right, we'll figure that out. No need to plan the ASMR stream right now. All right, we're back. So, it's amazing how much lighting helps, huh? It's crazy. All right, y'all. Well, you know what? Gosh dang it. It's midnight, guys and gals. I got to get to it. All right. You will see me tomorrow. I still need to talk about the Monique situation. I haven't talked about it yet. We'll get to it tomorrow. Themis is in a tricky position, huh? Let's see. Alpha Omega says Themis is in a tricky position, like a lot of content creators. Why is Themis in a tricky position? Because of his own channel is hijacked by day one, so he often holds back on what he really thinks so not to offend them. Oh, shoot. Yo, Themis is in the not go along to get along, because Themis obviously really still probably believes in a lot of the stuff he says. But yeah, that's what happens on here. When you get a lot of support from people and they, want to hear one thing and one thing only, bro, the last thing you want to do is try and say something to piss everybody off. That's a big no-no. So I didn't know that was going on. I didn't know that was going on at all. G. France says, will I date Lori Harvey? No, I would not date Lori Harvey. I would not. And that is not cap. If you want to do ASMR for real, here's my suggestion. Take your shirt off and put your lips to the screen. Just a suggestion. Sarah Price. Sarah Price. It's a good suggestion. I like it. What makes Themis divestment content? Everything is divestment. Well, Panda, that's why I asked you earlier, Panda. What's divestment content to you? Because it seems to be like you're the one trying to make everything divestment content or not divestment content, but it's like you can't identify which one it is either. Like, we're all trying to identify which one it is. Okay, DDK, she might agree with you. DDK says this. She said, yeah, I don't know. I don't think it's divestment vibes. Think of Sin Logic. Okay, so Sin Logic is divestment. Okay, Sin Logic. Let me look at Sin Logic. Well, I know who Sin Logic is, so I'm not going to look. She's not that big of a platform. Well, she's bigger than me, so fuck am I talking about? Okay, then don't give her a shout then, LBM. Oh, I mean, who, me? Oh, yeah, no, I'm not. Bro, I wouldn't stunt that. I would not stunt her at all. I will admit your whispering made me drowsy, and I don't like whisper ASMR usually. Wow. That's, I need to get a camera angle for when I just zoom in on me, Ife, like how Marco does when it zooms in on his face. I need to get that camera angle. It's a very zoom. Interesting. I swear though, no, send me a Cash App. Yo, if you send me a Cash App for $25 and you're like, yo, I want an ASMR session, it's done. 30-minute ASMR session. That's what they're going for. 30-minute ASMR, $25. Nah, that's a lot. That's a lot. That's a long ass time. It's gonna have to be $50 for the 30-minute ASMR session for sure. 50, we're good. Okay. Look at that. Make money, guys. You get look at this. This is how you do it. Business, right? Business. America. Okay. I'm beginning to think PandaDex says this. Now, PandaDex, you help us. DDK, it's okay. DDK says it auto-corrected. Pandadex says, I'm beginning to think y'all don't know what divestment content is. Pandadex, go back and watch my video. Maybe I'll talk about this again because I don't think anybody knows what divestment content is. I made a video, what is divestment? It's a live stream. It's still up. And I was trying to figure out what it is. And I had multiple questions. Can you be divested and date a black man? Can you be divested with black children? Can you be divested and not date outside of, and date? And I asked all kinds of questions, right? And people had multiple answers, and people were split. People were this, people were that. Some ladies think divestment is only dating outside of your race and not ever dating black men. Some ladies think divestment is a mentality, and it's simply taking yourself away from volatile situations of any race of man, right? You get a plethora of different answers from the people who helped to start the movement. I'm not giving any names now because those people are trying to shit on me. So, no, you don't get no shine right now, pink pill. Meanie. DDK says, yeah, divestment, swirling, and BWE are different and have their own categories with definitions. G France, bro, I tried the ice cream, G France. It is freaking crazy. It's delicious. I had pistachio almond. Actually, I'm not going to lie. I was on a date with the girl that got some of that ice cream. And I was like, this is the ice cream that he's talking about. I tried it, bro. I tried it. Not because I bought it, but because, well, I did buy it actually, but not for me. All right, so we don't know what divestment is. Nobody's divested but Sin Logic. Is that our final answer in the courts? Is Sin Logic the only divested content creator? Bro, that ice cream was the truth, bro. I was eating on pistachios like, oh my God. Pistachio ice cream? What? It was delicious. I would never buy pistachio ice cream, bro. That shit was amazing. Shout out to you, bro. My bad. Okay, DDK's cleared it up for us. All right, everybody calm down. Okay, no, you're right about that. Divested zealot. Yo, divested zealot. Oh, Chris Logic. Okay, my bad. Sin Logic. Yo, my bad, y'all. I'm just okay. DDK says divestment is not dating/mating with black men and not involving yourself in Blackistan. Swirling is just choosing to date men outside of your race. Okay. I'm more confused now. All right. Divestment is not mating or dating black men and not involving yourself in Blackistan. Swirling is just choosing to date men outside of your race. So when you swirl, you're still dating men in Blackistan then, DDK? Because you said divestment is when you're not involving yourself in Blackistan, but you didn't say anything about Blackistan. Well, okay. If you're outside of your race, then you're outside of Blackistan. But if you're divested and you're not dating, wait a second. Okay. Y'all, forget everything I just said. Check it out. I think I got it. Swirling is when you date black men as well as date men outside your race. Is that it? Swirling, you date black men and men outside your race. Pretty much, right? Is that what it is? I'm pretty sure I got it. And when you divest, you don't mess with black men, period. DDK, unfortunately, most of the ladies that came up disagreed with you when I had that panel. Okay, she said, okay, DDK said that's it. DDK said that is it. That's the actual definition. Yes, Chris Logic, my bad, Sin Logic. I don't, poor Chris Logic. Urban Dictionary has the best definition for divester. Uh-oh. Jesus. Vita Blue. Let's look up what Urban Dictionary says. Oh, man. Oh, I'm really interested, actually, to see what it says now. If I could just find the letter R and copy and paste it, we would be on our way. I found one. There we go. All right. Divester, Urban Dictionary. Okay, divester. Jeez. A black gendered fascist. A white supremacist, usually female, that believes in racism as long as it only affects black men and those that don't completely hate them. She's a divester, so she believes Elijah McClain deserves his fate. Elijah McClain was a young man who played the violin to shelter dogs in his spare time. He was a young black man who was getting some tea for his brother, who was killed by an officer. Wow. And is that a real story? Hold on. This just got deep. That escalated quickly, man. Let's see. Oh, man, it's a real story. Death of Elijah McClain. McClain was a massage therapist who is said to have loved animals and taught himself to play the guitar and the violin. Wow. God damn, man. Man, enjoy life, y'all. You just never know. Well, he was a unicorn. $15 million settlement over his death. Damn. Well, Vita Blue with the comment of the night. Ladies and gentlemen, Vita Blue with the comment of the night.
This is Sparta!
Thank you, Vita Blue, for that comment. Might start frequenting Urban Dictionary a little bit more. Whew, that's a definition right there, boy. All right, Panda Dex. Okay. Panda Dex said, there are black women who only date black men and talk ish about black men too. Okay. This is not divestment content. Wait, that's kind of confusing, Panda. Okay. BDK said you could be for the empowerment of your people, but by definition, you are not pro-black. Alpha Omega said, no, if you are pro-black, you cannot date outside your race. Okay. NJ Prophet says, not every black couple lives in Blackistan. Some of these women just need to say they hate the skin they're in. Jeez. NJ Prophet with some strong words. Alpha Omega started some in the chat when he said, you can be pro-black. Alpha Omega said, you can be pro-black and marry out. You see these couples at fundraisers. Ooh, geez. Do you think you can be pro-black and marry out, y'all? That's a tough one right there. 1 in the chat if you can be pro-black and married out. 2 if you cannot be pro-black and marry out. Dr. Umar Johnson, I think, got in trouble for this. Did y'all see that? Umar. Let's see. Umar Johnson, white girl. This is exactly why Umar Johnson's under fire right now.
You got it. You got it. My God. Look at it.
Come on, Umar. Come on, man. Joe Biden. Come on, man. Come on, Umar.
All right. This is an absolutely hilarious story. It appears that Dr. Umar Johnson has been exposed for being a hypocrite, apparently. But there may be more to this story. Now, before I get into this, I want to say that this guy is, he's a very influential person in the black community, but he is
Bro, we got Middle Easterns talking about this. Golly. Come on, man. Come on, man.
And when we take up the cross of Christ, we're saying goodbye to sin.
Come on,
goodbye
man.
to lying.
Come on.
Goodbye to whoremongering. Goodbye to gambling.
Come on.
Goodbye to murder. Goodbye to rape. Goodbye to robbery.
Come on.
You know, I'm not coming back to you anymore. I think that's the apex of my life, just knowing Jesus.
Come on, man.
You know, and if it had not.
All right, y'all. Everybody calm down. Oh, I got that from the Logic Sphere. I wish I would have thought about that. Everybody calm down. Yo, I've been live streaming, talking to y'all. We've all been talking, have a good time. It's been 2 hours and 19 minutes. I'm glad you've been enjoying the show. I hope you get something out of it. I do. Hope you get something out of it. Hope you're enjoying this. Listen, I'm going to go ahead and wrap this up. I'll be back in a little bit. We didn't get any donations tonight. Nobody feel like donating. It's okay, though. It's all right. I understand that y'all don't. believe in supporting the content creators. That's okay. I get it. Oh, Country Boy, I forgot you were there, Country Boy. Man, my bad, bro. My bad. Country Boy, we're gonna go ahead and wrap this thing on up, bro. But I appreciate you coming on, bro. And I'm gonna see you on the next one, Country Boy. And salute, brother. I'll go help. Okay, man. Just want to make sure you can hear me. All right, bro. Country Boy's out, y'all. We're ending the Zoom meeting. Hey, listen, I'll be back soon. I love you. Don't kill me. I know it might hurt your feelings. I know you might be a little upset. We're going to be all right. DDK's going off in the chat still. J Carp says, you can't be pro-black and date out. That's a huge contradiction. Kim Banks says, yes, you can. Just like you don't have to be a woman and be a feminist. Damn.
This is
Kim. Oh, geez. I don't know. What do y'all think? That's a good. That's a response right there. I don't know if I agree, but that's a good response. What is pro-black? We'll see. Maybe that should be a stream, right? We'll see. All right. I'm going to see y'all in the very near future. You know what time it is. Make sure you think about, hey, M87 the Great. Good to see M87 the Great in the building. It's all about the generation of resources. If it's all going to BS, M87 says, that doesn't benefit black people or your family, then yes, dating out is detrimental to black people. Dating out is detrimental. Jeez. Much of the biggest pro-black donors are married out. Yeah, we know that. We know that. All right, y'all. It's time for the ending. Make sure you like the video if you haven't already. I'll see you mañana on some more mess. All right? Some more mess. Productive mess, though, ladies and gentlemen. Think about your Second Amendment rights. Go get a firearm. Go get a blade that's shorter than the width of your palm. If you have small hands, I would suggest getting a taser or maybe moving to another state. No, I'm kidding. We can't all do that. But start to get something. Give yourself a fighting chance, ladies and gentlemen. Go out there, take a vacation. Rent an Airbnb if you need to, because they're freaking amazing. Man, go rent an Airbnb. Amazing. Take care of yourself. I'll see you soon. I love you, and good night. Okay? Good night.